there's no need to remind you, we're still in the hurricane season. We have a Jose out there in open waters, and Irma has weakened substantially, but we're still watching the Atlantic, and the main reason is for the sea surface temperatures. Basically, normally at this time of the year, we've seen temperatures of 27 to 30 degrees Celsius, but across the Atlantic, they're at the top end of this, 29 to 30 degrees Celsius for the most part through the Caribbean and the Atlantic, and obviously we're in the peak of the hurricane season, so conditions are ripe to see anything more developing. Right now, there is a disturbance out there, but it has a slow chance of developing. About 10% is an area of low pressure. It's also fighting some shears. It's not set to develop over the next few days, but it will generally drag the intertropical convergence zone, that is the ITCZ, over us, and therefore we'll likely still see a bit of cloudiness and some showers, some of them turning heavy as we go through the next day or two. So tonight then, a damp and thundery likely in Tobago, so you will see some lightning flashing, especially along the coastlines over the warm waters during the day. As the day heats up, you'll notice a few of those thunder showers coming inland, especially around the Scarborough into Mason Hall, being activated as it goes over the hillier parts there and down towards Patience Hill, as well as Plymouth will likely still see a few showers popping up towards the latter half of the afternoon. For tonight in Trinidad, cloudy and damp for many of you, especially along the northern range. Possibility of a heavy shower turning thundery at times, so don't be surprised at that during the early hours. Through Wednesday morning, you'll notice a lot of the clouds continuing across the northern range, but they will gradually sink towards the south as the ITCZ sinks south as well. So down towards central and southern areas, you'll likely be under the clouds, under the spells of showers, and those are thundery showers as you go through not only the morning, but out towards the afternoon as well. So looking at temperature-wise, then it will feel quite pleasant tonight, possibly no lower than 25 degrees Celsius, and possibly no higher than 32 in Trinidad through tomorrow, and 31 in Tobago. So through Thursday, conditions will still be occasionally cloudy across Tobago, and on Friday, the sunshine comes out briefly, and then we'll have another tropical wave arriving through Saturday and Sunday, so we'll likely bring some showers turning thundery there. So similarly for Trinidad, we'll likely see the tail end of the ITCZ, at least by the time we get to parts of a late Thursday going into Friday, but still the afternoon rumbles still expected. Meanwhile, for sailors, watch for those southeasterly swells, southeasterly winds of 20 knots. They will bring some whitecaps, possibly some spray as well. The swells will remain quite short, however, at 6 to 9 seconds, with a moderate chop for the most part of just around 2 meters or 1.5 closer to the shoreline. Now here is Jose, a hurricane which is set to continue making its clockwise path all the way north of the islands. It's no threat to land, no watches or warnings in effect, but it is set to track towards the north as we get towards latter half of the week and then pushing up along the eastern seaboard. So everybody is watching this system quite closely, but before it does so, it will continue to spread swells across the Bahamas and the eastern coastline. Meanwhile, Irma is basically now post-tropical. It's lost most of its tropical characteristics, but it will still be a rainmaker in the US. So there is the twirling of Jose. As you can see here, sinking south will likely bring some showers towards Hispaniola as we go through Thursday, going into Friday as well. But for the most part, it should be obviously staying clear of the islands, at least for now, on its forecast track. So looking therefore at Jamaica, a few showery spells are likely, and 32 degrees Celsius. We'll likely see a lot more in terms of the sunshine, which will help the relief efforts in Barbuda, Antigua, St. Kitts, coming down to Dominica as well. We will pick up those showers. The ITCZ will split the southern Windward Islands, so we'll likely still see a few showers coming up, especially for St. Vincent, out towards Grenada and down towards Georgetown. A heavy shower is likely, especially during the heat of the day. So that's a look at your weather, and that's it from me.